I feel like with the Atlanta food tour, this is just the beginning of a lot of stuff that's gonna come up in terms of regional problems that come with dining, but also that come with business and in particular Black businesses. And I think it's also started up another conversation about how Black businesses treat you and how they treat other people and stuff like that. I've seen it on TikTok all day where it's like, okay, let's really get down to brass tacks and talk about how Black businesses don't exactly have the greatest customer service. And it's like one of those things, Josh, where it's like nobody really wants to talk about it, but this whole thing has kind of brought it bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a thing. It's an issue, and it needs to be corrected. And I think if Keith Lee is the one to correct it, then I'm all for it. Yeah, I've experienced just terrible kind of ideas. Like I think one place he went to, and they're like, "Hey, you can't place an order until your whole seat is seated." I've been there before. That place he mentioned, and it's like, what? Like I can't, but I get it sometimes. I understand why the Black businesses are like this sometimes. Like a lot of places you go to nowadays, it's like, you can't pay with cards, or like, you can pay with a debit card, but you can't pay with a credit card because people be scamming.
Yeah. And
they probably got chargebacks and shit. So a lot of these rules are because of things that Black people put upon themselves. And it's not just Black people. It's a lot of bad apples that people just pile up on and make it a thing. But
do you think that's like it's like a cycle?
Yeah, it's absolutely a cycle. Yeah. But as a business of service, you have to come into it with an open mind of every customer is a new customer, and you got to treat them with the utmost respect. That's just a part of owning a restaurant and having a business.
And being real, they're always right. Like that.
Yeah, no, literally, customers are always right. So you got to go into every situation with the customers always right, even at the detriment of your business sometimes. And that's what a lot of Atlanta businesses don't have in mind. And then, I think a lot of people hit the nail on the head. A lot of Atlanta restaurants are like IG restaurants. They got the grass wall and the neon signs and the hookah and the lamb chops. And it's just like, it's
hookah
not
at
really,
a restaurant is insane. Anybody need hookah with their eggs?
It's not even insane because that's what it is. That's what
lifestyle.
You go to Atlanta, you go to Houston, you go to Dallas, certain places in LA, New York. That's what it is. That's the vibe. Like that's Say Less in New York is one of the more popular Chinese restaurants. You can open the back door, you get the back room there, you can smoke.
Wow.
They playing Lil Baby in the restaurant, like it's album release parties in there and shit. Like, but that's just the vibe, and that's what some people want. That's what a certain demographic wants. So that becomes popular. And then you have 5 other restaurants trying to recreate that in their neighborhood. And
then you have restaurants. I remember the controversy about the restaurant that wouldn't let people wear certain clothes in there.
Oh, that was the brunch spot.
The brunch spot.
I kind of got that. I kind of got that. Was in Houston. He was like, he don't want people twerking and shit.
Yeah, no white tees and all.
I kind of get that sometimes. I mean, I'm not for the dress code. I think dress code, as long as it's not nudity, is like, I don't want a dress code in my place. As long as you're not coming in naked or dirty, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I do understand the rules of dancing on tables and shit. But then also it's like, nigga, don't be playing Lil Baby while I'm eating my eggs. Like, don't be serving mimosa Hennessy pictures. Like, I just think
you fed up with the peach cobbler French toast.
I just think it's just a certain restaurants have a certain type of menu and vibe, and then when they attract those people that want that, they be like, oh, don't do that. And it's like, nah, you don't be serving that type of shit.
Bro, when did grass wall become it's
crazy.
The necessity for a restaurant, bro?
It's literally crazy because that shit looks stupid every time.
Grass wall pink lettering, bro, is everywhere. It's people that have the grass wall pink lettering in their house.
My thing is, if a restaurant serves parsley on anything, I really don't go.
A lot of parsley sprinkled.
I seen some shit the other day. Nigga had parsley on everything. The whole plate had all parsley on. I was like, this shit look crazy.
The thing about it is like parsley as a garnish is good for coloring. It's not for taste.
No, that's what I'm saying. And like, nigga, real places ain't putting parsley on everything. Not on anything.
They put parsley on the waffles, nigga. Like,
shit crazy,
get
man.
out of here.
I think I could truly understand from a resident of Atlanta trying to protect all of that. There was another one of those viral internet TikTokers that was out in West Palm. I can't remember if it was like Chow Time or something like that. And he was doing the spots around West Palm. And people were like, oh shit, he's shitting on everything out here in West Palm. Even though some of the spots that he got told to go to were pretty wild. I don't know why he got recommended a lot of those. But I can understand from a residential spot, like, would there be any places like in LA that would piss you off if some viral TikToker went in there and was like, chicken, ass. They didn't brine it for 2 days.
It's always In-N-Out. I feel like that's the one thing that people would defend out here more than anything.
Yeah, there's always. I mean, I feel like out of town is always like, oh, In-N-Out's trash, Shake Shack, and Five Guys or Whataburger. It's always an In-N-Out discussion.
Yeah.
I was gonna say on the flip side of it, this is guy. It's funny. My homies always sends the group chat. LA Try guy. Have you seen him?
No.
Oh, you guys should follow him on Instagram. He had all the LA spots.
Okay.
Black dude, super corny. He might be a part of a frat. He goes to all the LA spots though, and he be blowing them up. Like fuck. Like he went to Hungry Joe's, which is like a Jamaican spot.
Yeah.
He went with Paul Pierce. Like, cause he's gotten popular. He's on the news now and shit. But bro, Hungry Joe's might be one of the best Jamaican spots in LA.
Where's it at?
It's in Inglewood off of La Brea.
I gotta
Like
go
right before Cincinnati.
I love Jamaican out here.
Or yeah, right before Cincinnati.
Okay.
Really good Jamaican. Honestly, I wish it wasn't so far. I would go a lot often. And I used to hate on it, but I had to turn the corner. It's good. But
Why were you hating on it?
Because I just have I like Little Kingston.
Okay.
I like Little Kingston. I've always went there. I like they have short rib on Fridays. I love it.
Yeah.
But Hungry Joe's gives you a lot of food, a lot of oxtail. It gives you a bang for your buck on oxtail.
Okay.
So I'm like, I had to turn the corner on that. I hate to admit it, but Hungry Joe's
it's
got
for like
it.
$45 though.
Nah, it's probably like 30. But it's cool. It's good. It's
10
good.
down. 10 down.
Yeah. But yeah, LA Try guy be hitting all the spots. Like he be hitting them all, and it's like, fuck, you burned it. Like no, it's this place, it's the tamale guy. This used to be a low key little tamale spot. Tamales I always get like in the winter, fall. Like that's my fall winter meal. He went and it was lines around the block at this place. Probably still to this day. And it's great for the business, but it's terrible for the consumer who wants to go and just get a quick meal.
Yeah.
So I see the flip side of it. I hate when these guys come and kind of burn up the spots. Like I was mad when Insecure had Worldwide Taco in there. You already got to wait 3 hours.
He did bring that.
Now with Insecure, it's a 6-hour wait. You damn near got to order at 3 o'clock and eat that for dinner. Like
he pulled up to for the win.
Oh yeah, no, he's hitting all the spots now.
Yeah,
like anything that's been known, but it's the flip side of it. I've seen him do like a couple bad reviews, but it's like nigga, of course he went to like La Pizza Loco.
Yeah,
which used to I used to eat that when I was like in elementary school. They used to have this big pizza called the Gigante.
Yeah,
it was like the biggest pizza ever. And like you would get that as like your class pizza. Like they would bring this long ass pizza.
They say, all right, niggas.
Shit was cardboard. It used to be. I ain't gonna front. It was better back in the day.
But I mean, when you were a kid, you don't.
Yeah,
really
but now it's like he went there, and I'm like, yeah, of course it's gonna be bad, nigga. And he goes to. I will say about LA Try guy, he's a black guy. He goes to spots in the hood.
Yeah, he does.
He be in the trenches. Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man,
just off a couple scrolls. I'm like, bro, this nigga really be.
Hope you got a CCW, brother, because it can get crazy.
No, and again, I think that. I wouldn't necessarily say that people like. Did you see that people in Atlanta were like defending or trying to protect these spots?
No,
I didn't see anybody trying to protect these shits.
So when I was out in Atlanta talking to people on the ground, it was like, "Good, he going here exposing these motherfuckers."
Exactly,
because they fed up with it and they feel like this shit is getting out of hand.
Atlanta has run into. And this is not talked about enough. They run into so many people that are transplants from other places there.
Well, it's crazy that you said that because that was a lot of people's response. I'm like, y'all got niggas from out of town cooking for y'all? They was like, yeah, it's all these transplants opening businesses out here. Yeah. I thought that was the Atlanta shit, but I guess that makes sense.
A lot of them aren't from there or aren't based out there.
Yeah.
Might be bankrolled by people that are from there, but the cooks are largely from other places. And I think what's different about that from LA is that Atlanta is just such a smaller place. So it's ripe for people getting taken advantage of.
I will say, when I went to Big Dave's Cheesesteak, I was like, oh shit, Big Dave is from Philly, for real. Like, he got like a couple locations out there now. So yeah, that makes sense.
They're going through like some type of like, I don't even want to say it's like gentrification. It's almost like reverse gentrification, where it's like things that, well, it's not even reverse gentrification. It's like some type of weird upscaling of Atlanta where like, as everything grows up, there's people that see so much opportunity in what they're doing out there, and they want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that, I didn't see anyone defending it. You know what I mean? I saw no one defending OLG or Milk and Honey. I saw people saying, you need to go here next and expose them because they did this shit to me once. Like, I see more people saying that he should have gone there, but it's like, I feel like all places are staunchly protective of their own things regionally, stuff like that. Like, I feel like out here, again, like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I love every type of food out here. You know what I mean? Almost everywhere I go. I said it earlier. Like I went to Marisco's Corona.
Oh yeah,
on
that's my
Friday.
spot.
Like that shit, 10 out of 10. But there's people who I'll look and they'll say, oh, Mexican food is better in Chicago. And I'm like,
I can't believe I heard that before. Chicago think they got the best everything, so I
Yeah.
really can't take it serious. They
I'm
got
like,
some good
what?
food in Chicago,
they
but
do.
they ain't
They
got
do.
the best Mexican food. I'll tell you that much.
Non-existent over
Nope.
there.
You know what spot? None of this would have happened. Busy Bees.
Of course
Guaranteed.
not.
Oh, who knows? I don't
Because
know. He
it's-
might go to Busy Bees and have a terrible meal.
But Busy Bees is born and raised in the city. Like that is a meal or that is a restaurant that is from the city. These other places, they just come in post-COVID too. You got to think of that too. Like a lot of restaurants popped up. There's a lot of stuff going on in Atlanta. I think that there needs to be like not an expose, but a deeper like research on that. And I think he really kind of awakened that. So like I shout out to Keith Lee for that. Like
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely one of the more interesting conversations that's come out of, everything in the past couple of months in terms of what's going on in Atlanta. I've heard more about rent prices in the last couple of months than the actual food stuff over there.
Yeah.
So you see that over there, and I've been glued in. I've been tapped in. It's been the most interesting thing to me on
Yeah.
TikTok all week.